Welcome to Contemplative Living, where we view contemplations for the week to have a better understanding of our spiritual paths. This is Contemplative Living with Dave Bennett, contemplations and reflective meditations. Hello, welcome to another Contemplative Living, where we share concepts to bring contemplative living into our everyday lives. You know, Spirit once told me to expand your understanding of how abundant your being is and change your perception. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how many times we get stuck. We just get stuck in life. And, and how can we break that pattern? How can we get out of that? So the root of getting stuck is awareness leaving the present moment and attaching to the past or the future. So, we all have this misconception, this illusion of being separate individuals that are forging ourselves through life. We've talked about that in the past. But when we get caught up in that illusion of being a separate individual, many times we dwell on our past and we bring it into the present moment, or we worry about our future and bring that into the present moment. And that gets us stuck. That's what roots us into this, just this frozen kind of moment, this inability to move forward or backward. And we constantly need to be moving and moving forward. That's a big part of this human journey, is to learn how to constantly be moving. So, but how do we do that? We have to look at our awareness. Where is our awareness? Is it caught in the circumstances of this present moment? Is it wrapped up in things that are outside of our control? We need to get unstuck. We need to raise our awareness above the circumstances so that we can see clearly our path and the path that we want to lay out in front of us. Awareness is never stuck or limited. It flows effortlessly. Boy, that's easy to say this morning. It flows effortlessly in the now. So, without ever being stuck in the circumstances, awareness is always just abounding with potential and just always there and present. Now, we tend to bounce back and forth. Our awareness bounces back and forth from a higher level of awareness where we can see everything that's happening around us to being involved in everything that is around us and not seeing clearly and just seeing what's right there, what's happening right in front of us, or what has triggered our emotions for the moment. This week I got stuck for a little while because a friend of mine had passed, and she just no longer wanted to live in this life, and she passed. But I got stuck in that past relationship, of a friend of mine and all of that. And I had to raise my awareness. I had to raise my energy and my awareness up so that I could see clearly that, her life was her life. We shared some time together. We shared some good conversation. We shared a lot of ourselves. But I can enjoy that. I can bring that into my heart, and it's going to be there with me. It's become a part of who I am. And so when I raise my awareness up, I can see that clearly, that she's still with me because we have shared in our lives, and now she's a part of her is within me. So it's a level of bringing our awareness up, because our awareness has that unlimited potential within it. To release the blocks and frustrations, we learn to recognize the presence of our true selves in each moment. Now, this is another great tool, another great way of raising your awareness, raising that awareness up so that you can see clearly. And that's because when we look at each moment and our presence within each moment, then we can see beyond just this feeling of being a separate individual. Then we feel the connection of nature. We feel the connection of our community and our families and with our friends. And so to release those blocks and the frustration, because we're all going through it. We all get frustrated. We all get tied up in stuff that's just, happening. And there's always some looming threat on the horizon that people are warning us about, those sort of things. And they can create and build up this frustration, and it can build up this not wanting to live in this world. And so when we release those blocks by inserting ourselves into this moment, into what we're doing in this moment, be fully present in everything that we do, that is when we start to see how wondrous and how beautiful the world really is. And living from your creative core means you respond to every moment from a place of possibility and openness. Within us, we all have this creative sense. And we get inspiration when we're dealing with the things in life that touch that creative nature that is a part of all of us. Where does that inspiration come from? Well, it comes from source. It comes from our higher nature. That's spirit communication. And so when we work from our creative core, then we can respond with much more potential available to us. All those possibilities are available to us when we tap into that universal creativity that is available to each and every one of us. The cells of our body know to respond to ever-changing circumstances with adaptability and resilience to maintain balance. So our cells, every cell in our body has a cellular memory. And that's part of being in this physical reality, is our cells have this reality that's attached to it. And so they respond by seeking balance. They're always, our bodies, our physical bodies, as a part of being human nature and a part of being living in this reality, is everything seeks a balance. And so when we work with that, when we respond just like our cells do to ever-changing circumstances, and we seek balance, we try to maintain that balance in our lives, in our mind, in our mental and emotional states. Trying to maintain balance helps us to be more resilient. We can bounce back faster. We can maintain, and it helps us, it stabilizes us, keeping that balance at all the time. So, developing a sense of adaptability. So we're talking about getting unstuck. But how do we get unstuck? Is we become adaptable. We become resilient. We see the circumstances for what they are, accept them as what they are, but then we move forward, making a better place for ourselves, our family, and our community. So we need to learn the lesson that cellular memory has within our bodies, and that's how it really works in this physical reality. Fully embrace your limitless potential. We are continuously renewed and liberated from being stuck. You know, we don't have to be stuck in this life. We don't have to be disenfranchised. We don't have to be just feeling, the blah. We don't have to be there. We don't have to live there. We can raise ourselves up. Even though everything could be just total chaos around us, we can raise ourselves up. Find that creative core within each and every one of us, that positive, unlimited potential that opens up all the vistas in our life. And you can see there's so many doorways that are available to us, but we need to move forward and to explore our path, so that we can open these doors, so that we can see new things. We can create the adventure in life that makes it worth living. So I hope you find ways to bring the present, your present awareness, to a higher level this week, so that you can be fully present and enjoy and see the joy and see the blessings in each and every moment, so that you can find the doorways that are available to you, and you can open them up and find and step forward into a greater reality than you ever thought you could achieve. I wish you all the blessings and stay safe this week. Namaste.